All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em, stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em.
Now that's old school. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies, Nerds Who Bully Me, host Leroy, aka They Were Dancing, Drinking, Making Love with my co-host.
You were with your co-host, okay?
I didn't think that through. I didn't think that through. Okay,
my camera's on. Let me take.
No Diddy. Okay.
I am the AI. I am your yeah. Yeah, this is Eli, aka Meatball Hero.
There you go. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, we're back with the episode. We're just gonna jump into. We got some stuff that happened. Oh, and I also want to give a shout out to our third host, the AI. Eli, I'm sick of AI now. I really am. I know we got a side shit. I didn't put a thing out. Let me just shit on the AI for a second, even though I know
resistance is futile.
I know, because I know saying this is going to get the podcast just cut off the air for a second. But I'm tired of AI because I'm tired of, if I see something, you can go on Facebook and press like by accident, but the search AI button is so close to like anything, you press it and then they start like DMing you just bullshit. Have you gotten that yet? Yeah,
no.
I'm like, man, don't stay out of my inbox. Unless you have big titties, stay out of my inbox. I don't need AI in my inbox. That's it. So
you have AI titties, man. They got AI titties now.
They got AI titties already. So that's the future right there. So that's what we have looking forward to. Oh, man. And then, okay, so all this rat beef going around, Eli, all this stuff like that. Like everybody's. Everybody's dissing everybody right now. That's the thing. Your mama this, your mama that, whatever like that. But the thing is, you don't know what's what, because there's so much AI stuff out there. And you're like, it's fake, but it sounds better than the real stuff. So I'm like, I don't know who is who. Matter of fact, the other day, Drake was dissing a guy, and he had Tupac on there dissing the guy. I'm like, what the hell's going on here, man? So remember that Dave Chappelle skit where he was like in the club and Tupac was, I made a song a long time ago, 1994. It sounded like that. That's what it sounded like. So I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Anyway, fuck all that. We're moving on past that. Appreciate everybody for listening. We're going to keep going with the podcast. Want to give a shout out to everybody because this week was a holiday, Eli. So shout out to everybody that celebrated 420.
High day.
Yes, everybody that took did you coin that? You always coin stuff on here. Okay.
I should. That's copyright, right? High day.
Right. He like it's a quarter.
Thank God it's high day. Yeah.
Right. That's the new thing. That's the new thing right there. So yeah. So shout out to everybody that partakes in the devil's lettuce or the Mary Jane.
The wacky
tobacco, all those names you got right there. Like
those
I said,
pots.
those reefers.
Yeah.
2 reefers, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, the Comic Book Bullies, we are drug free. We don't do anything like that. But analytics says to all those that do listen to this podcast that a lot of you partake in the wacky tobacco. So appreciate y'all. That's why we give y'all a shout out. Like I said, you don't have to be high to listen to this podcast, but I guess it helps. So,
it probably helps. It's probably you'll probably have a better time.
Right. We're not condoning anything. We're just saying, we just put that out there. Yeah. So yeah.
What's that? Half baked? Is it half baked? Have you ever done it on weed?
Have you listened to Comic Bullies on
weed?
Now we coined that. We're good now. Yeah, but like I said, everybody, we appreciate you celebrating. Now I know, like I said, we missed the holiday, but like I said, for everybody celebrating 420, we appreciate you. It's what's that right there. Now, for those that went back to work on 421, we know what your boss was doing. This. So yeah. So yeah, shout out to that.
Pee in this cup. Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody and you. You with the red
cough eye. Twice. Yeah.
Turn your head and cough.
Yeah.
All right. So also, Eli, I don't know who put this on Twitter. So obviously somebody was celebrating 420 a little bit too much, but somebody pointed out that 42024 is a palindrome. So yesterday was that backwards?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever
like the whole week, I think the whole week is going to be like that.
Interesting.
421, 422,
422, 423. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I guess,
so yeah, whoever thought about that you're a genius, and you
high.
You smoke a little bit too much weed if you figure that shit out. I'm just saying. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just saying. What do we got here? Who is that? I don't know who it is.
What about Star Trek?
What about?
Is that what it says? I gotta get my glasses, man.
Is that Star Twerk or
Twerk?
I'm pretty sure it's not that, but that's what we're going with. Thanks for listening. Yeah. So, I know why he said. Yeah, he was talking about Star Trek because of the thumbnail. You didn't see the thumbnail, but that's okay.
Oh no, yeah, I'm in the dark on that. Yeah,
that's okay. Everybody else will see the thumbnails. They're gonna get pissed off and they're gonna come in here and comment like, "Fuck you, you suck." You know. Anyway. What do we got here? Yeah, we're back on track now. We're back on track. So let's get back to what we're talking about. Okay, so like I said, we are here to review a movie because I saw a movie. Yes, I did. I didn't go in, and then when I say I saw a movie, I saw this movie like right before we recorded. And the movie I saw was, let me know if I click this.
Breaking news. This is fresh,
hot
off the press.
Right off the press. Like when I say I just watched this movie, like I just watched the movie. I came home late from work. I cut the movie on, watched the movie, was a little bit late to, preparing for the podcast. But as soon as I cut that shit off, okay, skip. I hope it ain't no cutscene. Let's go to it and just start recording. So the movie I'm reviewing, because Eli didn't see it, is Rebel Moon. Let me ask you, did you ever see the first one?
I did. Yeah, I watched the first one.
Okay, I can't remember if you saw it or not. Honestly, it felt like, why does the movie feel like it was like 2 years ago or so shit? I don't know.
Yeah, it felt a while ago.
It felt like a while ago, but it was like a couple weeks ago. I don't know where the fuck it was going.
It's like a month or a couple months, like during Christmas. It's around Christmas time.
Was it? I thought it was before that. I thought it was this year.
No, it was before Christmas.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was before Christmas.
I don't know. Here's the thing. Now, like I said, when I mean I just recorded the thing, I like just recorded this thing. Because the thing about now, for some of you that can't tell, when I do movie reviews or TV reviews on here, I actually write it down first. I actually have a written review that I go over and just take notes. I don't read it verbatim or script by anything like that. I have some high notes that I hit, some outlines like that, and kind of go over those points. I didn't have time for that.
You prepare.
I prepare. It don't seem
you're professional.
Like it doesn't seem like it, but yes, I do prepare when I normally do reviews. But like I said, this was so fresh because I didn't have time. So everything I'm saying is just, it's not even really a review. It's just thoughts of what I have.
Professional shit talker.
Yeah, professional shit talker. That's what I do. So I'm just going at it. So like I said, we got now I do want to make a disclaimer because anytime anybody reviews of Zack Snyder movie, they have to put a disclaimer out, regardless of however you feel about it. So yes, as far as my opinion on Zack Snyder, yes, I like his movies. I know that's wrong to say. I know that shit. I know a lot of y'all just cut this shit off right now. Like, oh, he's part of the cult, the Snyder cult. Like, no, I could just like a movie and it's okay. And like I said, it's okay to like more than 300. Like I said, I watched this movie. Now, as far as Rebel Moon 1, I really didn't like that one too much. I was like, what the fuck is this? What is he doing? He's just doing some shit. And I was thinking like maybe Rebel Moon 2, he'll kind of get his feet together and we'll, maybe he'll give us Empire Strikes Back or The Two Towers or Dune Part 2, like that.
He'll get his groove back.
Yeah, this is going to be his magnum, because like the second movie of any sci-fi fantasy movie, like that's when you do it. Like a lot of people say Empire Strikes Back, Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
So where does Rebel Moon Part 2 rank in there? So, like I said, this is the second movie in a sci-fi fantasy movie that Zack Snyder been making forever, and yeah, it's a Netflix movie. It's what you expect. Now, I will say this. I don't know if it's worse or better. Now, the thing about the internet loves to just shit on everything. So everybody is already giving their takes on how this is the worst movie ever made in all of existence. Zack Snyder should be ran out of the country and all the shit like that. So we're all getting that stuff like that. Is it that bad? No, actually, I don't think it's that bad. Is it better than the first one? I don't know, but it's different. And I'll say why it's different. Hey, Dan.
Who's Dan?
These movies. I don't know who's Dan either. Hey, speech. Where dope fish are. I can't read that, but that's okay. All right, so now the thing about the first movie, one thing I didn't like about it because it was too derivative. It was just like, let's just make Star Wars, but not Star Wars. But let's just rip off as much Star Wars as possible. Matter of fact, let's rip off say the guy's name Eli, because I want to screw it up because I get in trouble every time I say shit, I fuck it up.
Okay.
Akira.
Kurosawa.
Thank you. Okay, I don't want to say it, but you said it. Okay, so if Eli messed it up, blame him. What he was doing was just ripping out the movie. He was just making Seven Samurai. That's what he was doing. He was just making that movie verbatim in space, which was Star Wars or one of the Star Wars, I guess. Maybe not that. Okay, Hidden Fortress was more Star Wars, Hidden Fortress in space was more Star Wars. But this was Seven Samurai in Star Wars, so that's what it was. So what was this movie? Now let me ask you this, because it's been a while since I've seen Seven Samurai. But when the Seven Samurai, he got the Seven Samurai, and they came back to the village to protect everybody from that. Did the villagers help out also?
Yeah, I believe so. They helped. Yeah, they gave him a hand.
Okay, gotcha. So this is just the second half of Seven Samurai. Gotcha. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just that. I will say this, that there's not a whole lot of story or plot in this, and that may be a good thing or a bad thing. Because the thing is, in a lot of sequels that they do is that the first movie is all about heavy lifting. So when you finally get to the sequel, you just get right into the action and just forget about all the stuff like that. Now the thing is that the characters were so ass in the first movie that I barely remember anybody in the second movie. So all that heavy lifting that you were supposed to do in the first movie, they didn't do. So when you're watching the second movie, I'm sitting there like, who is this guy? Who is him? When did you join the team? I don't remember any of these people, So I forgot just that quick because I can't remember when this movie came out. It was some people that stuck out, the cool people, but some of the villagers, I can't remember them. Okay, bushy guy dude, fat bushy guy dude.
I remember the robot. They had a robot.
They had a robot. Yeah. So you remember some people, you remember some cool ones. But the thing is, the movie wants you to like feel emotion for everybody, even though they don't set up everybody. I barely remember anybody's name in this movie. I don't remember.
Wasn't there a flying horse? Wasn't there a Pegasus? Someone flying horse and shit.
Yes, but they left him on the planet, so there's no flying Pegasus here.
Yeah. I remember that.
There was a flying Pegasus here. So so the thing is, so you got these villagers, and they have these heroic sacrifices where they do all kind of shit, and they're dying, and then the cool heroes, like Jaime Hanzu and the main chick, from the Mummy movies, they're like, don't die on me, and then he's like, the villagers like, just promise me one thing. Survive, and then blow himself up and shit like that. It's supposed to be all emotional and the music swelling, Hans Zimmer, all this shit like that. And I was like, who is that guy again? I forgot that quick. I don't know if it was in the first movie or this movie. I don't know, but they want you to care, but I kind of don't care. So it's just like that. Now, I will say this: the first movie was all set up. This one, like once they get past the first, I say 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes where they do some lore building bullshit that you don't care about. There's it's not as much lore building in this movie was in the last movie. So after the first 30 minutes, it's just all action. The rest of the movie, it's basically an hour and 30 minutes of just action. Snyderism. This may be the most Zack Snyder movie. Zack Snyder, maybe. Is it
all slow-mo? Is it slow-mo?
Yes, it is. When it didn't need to be. Why is it slow? Why are you moving slow? It's like, why are these sword fights slow? Like, no, this shit supposed to be like sped up and like moving and shit. Like, no. So it's supposed to be, but I will say this, like I feel like this movie is more visually engaging than the first movie. I feel like the first movie just felt like Netflix, or was it Zack Snyder with a Netflix budget, where this actually feels like a Zack Snyder movie, even with all the slow-mo and all that bullshit like that. And it has some visual, like if you freeze frame anything in this movie, it's a poster, it's all that shit like that. But it's just like, as a movie, it still has all the same problems as the first movie because you don't care about the characters. So it's an hour and a half action scene with a bunch of people you don't give a shit about. So it's like, I'm watching it and it's pretty to look at because it's visually engaging. This may be the prettiest Netflix movie I've ever seen. I know that's not a high bar, but I'm gonna put that up there. But it's like you don't care about the characters because they're also one-dimensional. Some of them you forget who they are. Some of you like, who is this again? Why are they here? And they want you to care about these people, but they're not there. And then Jaime Hanzu was crying for some reason because he's emotional about some bullshit. I don't know. And so it's just there. But now, don't get me wrong. There is some cool shit that happens in between the fight scene. Like the robot, fucking badass. The few times he does show up, you can actually see the robot, like when the war starts, the robot is just on the side, just looking. Just like, okay. And then he does some cool shit like later on. And honestly, it very much is Man of Steel-ish. to me. Like, that's what I'm saying. I see point. That's saying like
steel or still.
Steel, like Man of Steel. Yeah, it's very, and he very much wants you to be reminded of Man of Steel,
as in still, as in not moving.
But you take it either way you want, because honestly, he just stand on the side not doing shit, and when he does do shit, it's cool. Then he goes back to not doing shit. You're like, okay, I participated. I'm good. I got my one cool action scene of this. The lightsabers were sometimes cool. The lightsabers were cool.
Oh yeah. There was that one samurai chick with the lightsabers,
and she sucks. That's the fucked up. Yes, that's the fucked up part about it. Like, she was the coolest part of the first movie, but she didn't do shit. She just looked cool. So you're thinking, okay, in the next movie, she's gonna do some cool shit. She don't. All her swords fights are in slow-mo. Like, why? Why is it in slow-mo? This shit's supposed to be like fast-paced and shit. Like, nope, it's not. So, yeah, she sucked. A bunch of folks suck. Some folks were cool. Eli, you may hate this. I hate to spoil this for you, but I'm gonna just spoil this for you. Remember that shit you always say about how the native space guy always, when everybody has guns and lasers and shit like that, he runs around with a tomahawk?
Yeah.
This guy does it too.
There was a native space guy?
The guy with the Pegasus. He was supposed to be a native space guy.
Is he a native space guy?
He was supposed to be. They wanted you to think that. So in this movie where everybody got guns and lasers and jetpacks and shit like that, he's just chopping up people with a tomahawk. Like, where's your gun?
Is it a lightsaber tomahawk?
No, it's a tomahawk. It's a fucking tomahawk. Like, nothing cool.
Straight up, yeah.
Like, just a straight up tomahawk. Like, why? Like, I even, because honestly, Eli, if you never said that, I never would have thought about it. But when you said that, I'm just like, why is he doing that? And then to make it even worse, like, I saw the behind the scenes. He's not native. He's like the whitest white guy. He's like super British and shit like that. They actually like tan him with makeup.
Gave him some tattoos and war paint. And
yeah, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have seen this.
Threw a buckskin loincloth on him.
Luckily,
he's the tracker. Yeah, he's the tracker.
He didn't wear a shirt. I put it like that. Okay. So honestly, I would have noticed that until you said it. When you said it, I'm just like, oh shit. Do I have to get the native news report this week? Okay, I would say it. But it's there. But overall, it's a movie. Honestly, here's the thing. I actually kind of enjoyed myself. I think I enjoyed this better than the last movie. Because the last movie, I was just like, because it was all set up. It was all them hopping from planet to planet to planet, meeting a bunch of random ass people that want to do. This one was pretty much just a long ass fight scene. Now, sometimes it drags, sometimes it was slow mo, and every now and then you're like, oh, okay, that was pretty cool. That was pretty badass. Visually, it's like Zack Snyder is back to where it was before. I feel like either Hans Zimmer or Junkie XL is back on the soundtrack, so you feel that even though yes, it's Man of Steelish, it's there. It feels like it. Man, it almost feels like they were using props from Man of Steel that was left over. It is, hey, bring this shit over here. Just put this in the movie. Like it felt like that. It felt like, yeah, that's what it felt like. So honestly, it was not. People are gonna say this is the worst movie ever made and it's not working. I did not think it was a terrible movie. Say that of my taste, whatever you will. I don't care. I enjoyed myself. If they make a third one, I'll watch a third one. They did,
or his director's cut. The R-rated.
He already planned the director's cut. He said he was going to make a director's cut before this movie even came out. He like, don't worry, the director's cut. Like, we didn't even seen this one yet.
Yeah, which is just make a fucking. That's why are you making a director's cut? It's on Netflix.
Okay, have you heard he wants to make a director's cut of Sucker Punch?
Yeah, I heard about that. He wants to do a director's cut of everything.
But here's the thing: there's already a director's cut of Sucker Punch.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So he wants to make a director's cut of a director's cut? What the fuck? Like, he's out of control now. Like, just make the movie you want to make first. Do that.
Yeah, make your fucking movie the way you want to make it, and quit fucking. Oh well, if you don't like this one, you're gonna like the other version of the same shitty movie.
And plus, it's Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anybody to do anything? They don't have notes. They just shit out.
Just make your fucking movie. It's on Netflix. You don't got to worry about asses.
5 hours you want. Netflix care.
Yeah, it's like, wait till you see my 4-hour version of the same shitty movie. No. You know what's going to make this movie cooler? 3 more hours. It's like, no.
slow mo
Yeah.
sword fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, man. So no, I honestly I like the movie. I did enjoy myself. It was some cool shit that happened. It's not the greatest movie ever made, not the worst ever movie. Like I said, as far as like Netflix movie goes, it was okay. It was a good time waster. I enjoyed it. It was a good time waster. So
Well, there you go.
yeah, what more do you want? Sometimes y'all ask too much for shit that y'all paying $10 a month for. Like
Yeah.
if you watch a comedy special on there, you got your money's worth. So anything else is gravy. If you watch Three Body Problem or some bullshit like that, everything else is gravy. So watch it, and enjoy yourself. So I recommend. What was the next movie again? What's your thoughts on Black Adam? Oh. Do we want to talk about that again? We don't want
to. It was all right. It was all right.
Eli, so here's the thing. Anytime Eli says a superhero movie is all right, that means it's awesome.
I guess.
Yeah. That's that. You gotta learn how to translate. So yeah.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we have different opinions on Black Adam. But yeah. Like I said, go into it. Just expect just to shut your brain off. Watch some shit blow up. Some pretty shit flying around. Some orchestra music. Some slow-mo, and the movie ends.
Yeah, and that's what I said about Zack Snyder. Is like Zack Snyder is a very good visual artist.
Yes,
he can compose a great shot.
Yes,
he's got a good visual eye. He can create a great image. It's always been his storytelling and pacing. That's what it's always come down to.
And you can look at it and tell. Like I said, I'm not the writer Eli is, but I can look at the screenplay. I can look at the movie and tell, why are you telling the story this way when you can do it this way or that way? Like we've seen some great sci-fi with great storytelling. We just saw Doom Part 2. Eli, you just finished up Fallout. Like those are sci-fi stories where you can tell great storytellers in it. So why are you still doing it this way? Who's telling you to do this? Why are you doing this? Do you have anybody tell you not to do this? But like I said,
and I think like I watched the first part, like the first Rebel Moon, and yes, that was just them gathering the warriors, gathering the samurai, flying from planet to planet, gathering their warriors to help them defend their planet, all that shit. Yeah. And the thing with that is like it wasn't. We've seen that before. That has been in Star Wars. That has been in Bug's Life.
Yeah.
It's the same. We've seen that story so many times. They've repeated it on Star Wars and Clone Wars and Rebels, Mandalorian. They've done it. Like they've done that plot of this villain. It's a plot of many westerns. Magnificent Seven. That we've seen that done so many times, and it's like, it's different because we have a flying horse now. And it's in space. It's like, no, it's the same shit we've seen before, and he didn't really do anything new with it, or you know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe the action is the better scene.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This movie works because it leans into his strong points. Like I said, it's very little story in the second part because I guess he thinks that the story was told in the first part. So in this one, like I said, once you get past the Lord bit of bullshit, it's just action all the way through, and it leans into what Zack Snyder is. It's just a visual feast.
Yeah, and speaking of Sucker Punch, that's what it is.
Right.
I mean, I know he was trying to be smart and deep and all this social commentary and feminism and all this shit that he threw into Sucker Punch, but I didn't give a shit. But goddamn, the dragons look cool. Those actions of the zombies in the war trenches. That was awesome video game cutscenes. But I didn't give a shit about the story.
Can I say another controversial opinion so everybody can just completely ignore everything I say past this? Sucker Punch might be my favorite movie of his.
Okay.
Yeah,
I disagree with that, but okay.
Everybody disagrees with that. Everybody does. Your opinion is exactly what everybody else said. Every time I say that, there's like, okay, we're not gonna listen to anything else you gotta say. I said, I would love to do a breakdown review of Sucker Punch, but I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna.
I gotta say, probably Dawn of the Dead is still, and Zack Snyder. James Gunn wrote that. James Gunn wrote that script of Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. So it's like, for me, it's like whenever James or Zack Snyder has some help with the script, I think he does like 300.
Yeah. Yes, Mike Driver. That's the thing. So his Snyder Cut is my favorite movie of his. My second favorite is Sucker Punch. So yeah. like I said, nobody else is gonna agree with me with that one. I'm in an island by myself with that one. That's okay. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm part of the cult. All hail Zack Snyder. Okay, so can we go past that?
No comment.
we've gone down this road before. That's why I'm trying to speed past this as fast as possible.
Let's not open that can of worms.
Let's not do that. Matter of fact, that's one of our banned topics. We just put it up just right now. You know, we're putting
trigger. No.
Right. Oh man.
Well,
okay. Yeah. Let's go past that. Let's talk about the next thing. Honestly, I don't even know what's the next thing on topic. Hopefully, it's good. Hopefully, it doesn't suck. What do we got? Eli can't read that. I don't even know. I don't know what the next thing we're talking about. Oh,
FOH. Man. Oh, that's Friends of Humanity. That's you. What are you trying to put up? Yeah, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna put my glasses on. Fuck it.
Okay. I know what it is. I know what we're talking about now. We're gonna talk about something. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, not only he made 2 different cuts. No. That wasn't okay. That first cut of Zach's Zidley was not his. That was Joss Whedon. So we not counting that. So yeah, matter of fact, Christopher Nolan told him, "Do not ever watch this movie for your own sanity." He told him that. So, all right. So anyway, next week we're gonna talk about some stuff that happened this week. Okay, so here's the thing. There was some news that dropped. Now, last year that we reviewed a comic on here because we do review comics on here, we reviewed about Miss Marvel dying.
Okay,
now, we had a whole bunch of things about it, and I appreciate Marvel for doing this dumbass story because Eli is one of our highest viewed videos on our channel. So I appreciate Marvel. Every time you fuck up, we get engagement. So thank you. But the reason I'm talking about this, because like I said, we talked about it last year, but this week we got confirmation that why they killed Miss Marvel in that comic. And Amazing Spider-Man 26, like not even a big, like they didn't do the 25 was a big thing. They didn't Amazing Spider-Man 26, and they finally admitted why they did it. Because one of the writers, Cody Ziegler, is writing Miles Morales, went on a podcast and went on there and said he knows who did it. So it came from the top. It came from the top to kill Miss Marvel. So who put the hit out on Miss Marvel? Boom. Kevin Feige.
No shit.
It came from the top. See, we suspected that, we thought that, but we never got confirmation that happened. So
She-Hulk was right.
She-Hulk was right.
Kevin.
She-Hulk was right. Kevin is over everything. But see, that's the thing. Like I said, but what the thing is, we knew Kevin Feige controls everything in the movies and the TV shows like that, and we knew he controlled anything in the comics, but we didn't know his reach to comics. Like I said, basically what Cody Ziegler said that Kevin Feige requests that the comic writers who wrote it, Zeb Wells wrote it, so he requested Zeb Wells kill Miss Marvel and resurrect her and bring her back as a mutant. Now, here's the thing. When Kevin Feige makes a request, it's not really a request. You know how your boss says, yeah, I'd like you to stay after work for 5 minutes. He's not asking you. So that's what that was. They coming in hot. What we got?
Beetle. I don't know.
Don't come with the BS. Yeah. All right. So that's the thing. So that honestly, Eli, this should scare us. It should scare you. It should scare me. It should scare the listeners. It should scare everybody listening to this right now. Because the thing is, now that we have confirmation that the movie studios have direct control over the comics and control anything in the comics they want to, just to have synergy with the movies. Why should they care what happened in the comics? Let the comics be the comics. Because when you do shit like this, like when you just kill off Miss Marvel in an Amazing Spider-Man comic, Eli, do you remember the main storyline? Not that. That's what we're gonna talk about. Do you remember the main storyline they were talking about in Miss Marvel? How not Miss Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man, where Spider-Man like blew up a city, and they would find out what happened and why the Fantastic Four mad at him.
And all.
They dropped that story because they had to do this Miss Marvel bullshit.
Yeah, like Mary Jane had a kid with some other asshole, and
yeah. So because Kevin Feige requested you do this shit, they had to completely drop a storyline they was working on for like 2 years. So that means that the studio heads can do anything they want to just like that and fuck up a storyline that's going on in comics. Like I said, that shit should scare us when they just come and down and do shit like that. And like I said, it's not the first time we do this. Like I said, we got Black Nick Fury. We got
we had the Marvel. Well, they had the Marvels coming out, and Ms. Marvel was going to be in that. So
Ms. Marvel's going to be in there.
do some Ms. Marvel buzz and shit.
You had the Inhumans all over the place and shit. You know, you had, you know, they pushed the hell out that shit for a while because it came from the top. You know,
a YouTube live. Oh well, thank you very much, Mike. Thanks for listening.
Oh, thanks. Okay, I'm glad you can read that. You got your glasses on?
I got my glasses on.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. We're old. Shit. Oh, yeah. So that's all I got to say like that. Like I said, it should scare us. I don't know what else is going to come down the pipeline, but we should really be concerned about that as comic fans, not just Marvel fans or movie fans like that, as comic fans, that
But
they get from the top. Yeah.
Yeah, but then we're always talking like, you know, back when the MCU was ruling.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loved the MCU. They could do no wrong. Everything they touched was gold. And like, yeah, but then the comics were suffering.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go like, oh, the Avengers movie is awesome. But then you go pick up an Avengers comic and Jane Foster's Thor. Riri's Iron Man, you know what I mean? Fucking Amadeus Cho is the Hulk, you know?
Totally like, awesome Hulk. Right.
Yeah, like the, you know, all different of Marvel shit. And like, what the fuck is this? You know? So I don't know. It's cool when they're, I mean, but then you got DC who does just straight up movie tie-ins or video game tie-ins. Like Kill the Justice League, the Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League comic is just a straight up tie-in to the video game, and you know they'll do it like
an alternate universe.
Whatever. Yeah, it's not in the main continuity. That, like, speaking of Black Adam, they released Black Adam comics that were like based on the movie and looked like The Rock and all that shit.
Yeah, nobody read that shit, but
yeah, no one reads it. And the Injustice comics and shit, which actually are.
Oh no, those are awesome. Those are awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
we highly recommend those Injustice comics if you haven't read them. So
yeah,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Tom. But yeah, it is cool. Like when the comics like sort of, you know, at least resemble what's going on in the movie.
I agree, but not when it's shoehorned.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all knew. Yeah, killing Miss Marvel was just a publicity stunt, and bringing her back. We knew she was coming back, and she is now. And we knew it was all bullshit. That was the thing with that. We knew it was just all. Yeah, it was shoehorned, and it was just to boost sales and all that crap. You know, so yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, this news got so big that people that had no idea we were talking about the comics, they was like, and they didn't see the Marvels. They're like, good, I'm glad they killed their ass in that movie. Like, no, that didn't happen. That's the word we.
She's actually the coolest thing about that.
Yeah, that's awesome in that movie. Hold on, what do we think about Gotham by Gaslight? Is that what they say right there? Gotham by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, awesome comic, so movie. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the cartoon. I didn't see the cartoon yet.
They changed up some stuff, like the main killer. They changed that up, so yeah. But it's cool. It's on HBO Max or Max, whatever you want to call it.
Well, DC's Elseworld.
Well, I mean, you got to specify because that's a whole.
Yeah. Well, the Black Label comments. Yeah, the Black Label comics are basically Elseworld comics,
but not some of them because some of those Black Label comics are referenced in the comics. Like, what was that, Mr. Terrific? I think his shit was like referenced in regular DC.
Okay, yeah, and like the Swamp Thing, that Green Hell was like just
sometimes
had like Animal Man and all that shit, but some of the Batman Reptilian and
that's other shit. Yeah,
what was the one where Batman showed his dick? You know,
The Damned or some shit like that.
The Damned, Batman the Damned. You know, yeah. That's not continuity. Batman's dick ain't in continuity.
Yeah, and plus they cut his dick out in that movie anyway. Oh yeah. All right. So this is what I want to talk about. This is actually what I want to talk about. I can't read this either. Let me know what I got.
Transformers.
Thank you. Okay, that's what I was trying to. Yes, that's exactly what. So I'm kind of spoiling the lead, but yeah. That's what I think about that one. Let's talk about this. What we think about this one. Eli, I'm gonna let you go first because you are our resident Transformer connoisseur.
Okay. Yeah. Batman just has plot armor.
I mean, honestly, who doesn't? Iron Man does. So
yeah. So Transformers 1. This is a trailer, new animated Transformers movie,
which people have been asking for. People have been asking for this.
Yeah, even though there's a bunch of
just give us Transformers.
Yeah, even though there's a bunch of them on Netflix that aren't bad. But yeah, this I watched this trailer and. Yeah,
say it, Eli. Say it. Just say it.
It's not for me.
No. Don't no cop out. No cop out. No cop out. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Okay,
This
yeah, it
shit
looks like
was
shit.
trash.
It looks
This
like
looked
shit.
This shit was trash. Say it exactly.
Yeah, they got nothing for me. There's nothing for me in this.
Now,
But Optimus Prime and Megatron were like friends back in the day, and it's like a buddy cop thing, and they're making it looks like they should have just made a Lego Transformers movie.
that might as well have been that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
here's the thing. Okay, let me talk for a second. Let me say what I gotta say. Now, Eli, you know me that I am not one of those guys that have said, Marvel is killing movies and killing Hollywood and killing theaters like that. I'm not the guy to say that shit like that. But honestly, I will say I blame Marvel completely for this. Because let's be honest, this is Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and it don't need to be that. It can be its own thing. It can be Transformers. It don't need to be Marvel. Hell, they got Marvel dudes in the movie. Ooh, Chris Hemsworth and Paperboy.
Oh yeah, doing the voices, yeah.
So and probably some more Marvel people in there also. So they just bringing those people over there, make it all fun and goofy and witty and woo. When was Transformers ever like that? Transformers was never like that.
No, man, no.
You can take this shit seriously, and I don't know you saying like it's not for you and it's made for kids and let the kids have their shit. No, I'm not saying I'm not gonna let kids have their shit, but I'm just saying that you don't have to dumb down shit for kids.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah. I'm probably showing my age. Yes, I'm an OG Transformers fan. G1, that's my shit. Mm-hmm. And what sucks right now is the Transformers comic, Daniel Warren Johnson's comic that he's doing for Image, the whole Energon universe is fucking dope and goes hard and brutal. And yeah, I get it. They're not gonna, but fuck it, they killed Optimus Prime back in '86.
Yeah, and that movie was hard as fuck. Yeah,
that
shit traumatized me as a kid. Like, what the fuck?
Everybody died in that fucking movie. We were kids, man. It was the '80s. It was the '80s, man. We rolled hard in the '80s.
We turned out okay.
Sure,
Yeah, okay.
Here we are in our 40s, still talking about Transformers.
Right. Don't take our word for it,
but yeah, I mean, like coming off the heels of the Energon universe, the Image Energon universe going on in the comics, where it goes, Starscream is like ripping people apart and squashing motherfuckers, and then to have some fluffy shit like this, man.
Like, who is this for? Nobody's gonna watch this shit. No kid's gonna watch this shit. Because here's the thing: kids can tell when shit is shit.
Yeah.
So when you show them this shit, they can be like, "What the fuck is this? I don't want to see this." Even if they don't know what Transformers is, so you got to show them cool shit. Don't just try to dumb down shit for them. No, make this shit. Give them the '87 shit. And these kids who soft. It really will fuck them up. Yeah, watching Transformers get their arms ripped off and shit. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that when you remake stuff or try to update stuff, reboot stuff from like the '80s or some shit, changing it up, like you got to know who the audience is for, you got to please the OG fans while introducing it to new fans. And like, what do you try to do? Like, okay, if this is, let's say it's going to be for kids, you're trying to get kids into Transformers, it's not like how the Transformers are. Yeah, Megatron, like maybe there was a story. I'm not that deep in the comic lore. Maybe Gomer knows.
They said there was a thing where they were best friends or whatever.
Back, like thousands of years ago and all that shit. And now it's more, it's more emotional. Like they used to be friends. I don't give a shit about that. No, Megatron and Prime.
You don't have to do this dumb shit they're doing.
Yeah, we don't have to see when they were all like buddy and skipping merrily down the lane, and then hundreds of years later they're trying to kill each other.
Thank you for listening, Eli. He said we don't suck. Appreciate it.
Oh well, thank you very much. Thank you. We try not to. Yeah. So it's like you have to please both, the fans, because the parents of the kids are going to take them to see that.
Right.
They're going to want to see this.
The kids are not going to want to see this shit. They're not. Yeah. And the parents are going to be bored out of their mind because the parents are just going to have to drag their kids to go see this shit. They don't want to see it. And so you're just going to have a flop on the hand, probably just wait till Paramount Plus to watch this shit. And you're like, I guess it's okay. But yeah, come on, man. Y'all can do better than this. Y'all could have gave us the shit we wanted. We've been asking for like a real Transformer movie with no humans. Just give us Transformer lore. And you gave us this bullshit. So y'all can have this. Get realized making other franchises raise the guard because of how cool it's been doing. No. We don't hate Kevin Feige. We love Kevin Feige. Sometimes. Yeah, but I'm just saying for him to stick his nose in the comics, like stick to what you're doing. Go with the movies, do the movie shit, do the TV shit, leave the comics to the comics guy.
Yeah. Let Silver Surfer be a woman in the movies. Leave him alone.
Okay, let's back. Okay, next topic.
Trigger.
We already got in trouble for that shit last time, so you already think we gonna say it, but yeah. Okay, Eli, it's up to you. It's on you now.
What's up to me?
It's on you. We're gonna talk about it.
Star Wars Outlaws.
We're in the video game section. Yeah, we're in the video game section right now. We're gonna talk about this video game. Yeah.
So Star Wars Outlaws, it's that new like sort of open world Star Wars game where you're like a bounty hunter or a smuggler and you're going around doing dirt in the galaxy. Kind of basically like GTA only in Star Wars, I guess. It seems what it looks like.
Sounds like a cool concept. Okay.
Yeah. Until I found out that they have a Jabba the Hutt mission where Jabba the Hutt hires you to do some shit. But here's the thing is it's a DLC or you have to beat the game first to get it.
Bullshit. Okay. All right.
And I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, why? Why would you? And that's my thing with video games these days. Why do you gotta wait till shit gets fun? Like, I ain't got 2 weeks to wait for the video game to be fun to play. You know, just give me the game. Yeah.
Like in Suicide Squad Kill, just like why isn't Deathstroke here? Why isn't Peacemaker here? Why is Joker coming? Like, you know why? So you can pay out the ass for them. That's why.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that shit. Nor do I want to. I mean, the games are already $60, $70, $80. You know what I mean? I don't feel like forking over. Like, damn, like just why ain't Jabba the Hutt in the regular
for the limited edition gold season pass? Fuck all that.
Yeah, it's like just give me Jabba the Hutt. Like, yeah, that should be in the main game. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Battlefront and. Okay, which Battlefront though? Which Battlefront? You talking about like the new Battlefront? Or you talking about like the old school 2000 Battlefront? Because there's distinction. Yeah.
When EA took it over or whatever. There's the EA one. Yeah.
And then I think the other company, I don't think they even exist anymore. I think EA bought them and fired everybody.
I think so.
Threw them out the building.
But I think this game was supposed. Yeah. Was this supposed to be the 1313 game or whatever?
I think. So. I think that's because it may have been, but okay. Also, yes, that's the best one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my thing. It's like, I mean, if you're gonna make a game based on like the criminal underworld of the Star Wars universe, Jabba the Hutt should be in it, and not as like a bonus level. No, he should be in it. You know, give me all like Boba Fett, you know, Cad Bane, Boss, all the bounty hunters. You know what I'm saying? Give me all that shit. You shouldn't have to like buy to pay or, you know, buy extra content to have what should be in that story. You know what I mean?
Because they know you want it. That's why they're not going to give it to you.
Yeah. And that sucks.
I mean, not for the $70 you already paid.
Yeah. So looks like I'll just be watching cutscenes of that now.
Okay. Now, Eli, you ready to get in trouble again?
Sure.
Because here's the thing, like you're saying, you're not liking this game, you're having issue with the game, you already said why you're not buying the game. But the thing is, like I said, because this is the internet, that is not the number one reason why the internet is against this game. Do you know why the internet is against this game?
Oh, because it's a chick? Is that why?
Just because it's that's one reason, but that's not the only reason.
Oh, because she's not a white chick?
Is she? I don't know what the fuck she is. But that's
was it woke or some shit or something?
It is woke. But here's the thing: it's woke because, boom, because they're saying she ugly as shit. That's why. That's why. Have you heard about any of this?
No, man. What internet fucking wormholes are you going down to hear all this shit?
I know, man. I keep going down there, man. I keep trying not to go down there, but it keeps sucking me in. I can't get away from it.
This is the first I'm hearing of any of this shit.
Really? This has been the whole I'm trying to think. All this goes back to Rogue's ass. It all ties back to Rogue's ass.
Rogue from X-Men. I thought
Rogue from X-Men. It's all connected, Eli. The dots all connect. I know it's not like a conspiracy theory, but let me connect it for a second. Let me see. Let me see. I bet. Oh, what the red Call of Duty franchise? Yeah. I don't play Call of Duty. I stay away from those games.
Yeah, I suck at shooters, so
yeah, I don't play shooters at all. I don't. So now let me get back to how all this connects. Okay, like I said, because she ugly as shit on this game. Like you that's the model on the right, what she looks like. Beautiful, beautiful girl. And that's what she looks like on the left. You're like, the fuck, Gollum, Smeagol? It all ties back because the thing is that Eli, they're saying there's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy out there to uglify women in media. That's why Rogue don't have an ass no more. Now this ain't me. Don't put this on me. I'm just saying. That's why Rogue don't have an ass anymore. That's why she looks like Gollum. That's why Mary Jane looks like that in Spider-Man 2. That's why Black Widow looks like they don't look shit like Scarlett Johansson in Marvel Avenger. We know what Scarlett Johansson look like. That's it. So they're making them all look all blocky and masculine and shit like that. They don't look feminine, like that. Now that's just American video game artists. Meanwhile, you go overseas and everybody got booty. But they can say this is gonna be the highest grossing game of the year.
She kicks high.
She kicks high. So Dead or Alive and all this shit like that. Yeah, that's gonna sell stuff like that. But American, you get, this. That's what you're gonna get. So it all ties back to that. And even Suicide Squad. Now, I'm not gonna get all the conspiracy theories that's saying they're actually hiring companies to go in and tell these companies and video games and cartoons like, don't do that. That's too over sexified. That's too over sexified. I'm not getting all that. If that's a thing, whatever. That's not my thing like that. My thing is this. Here's what I think is going on. I think American video game artists just don't know how to draw sexy women. I think that's all it is. I think that the solution is a lot simpler than what people make it is. That's all it is.
Get Frank Cho on the job. Frank Cho. Get
Frank Cho on the job. Ass, titties, everything. Yeah, just like that. But no, that's all it is. That's why you keep getting chicks that look like that. Even they look nothing like the main.
That picture of the Black Widow that you just showed, that looked like fucking old ass Final Fantasy shit.
Oh, well, I think it's made by the same people, but yeah.
Where everybody looks like has the same face and shit.
Look like Lord Farquaad from Shrek. You see the girl you died with the Korea. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying not to go down that road because Eli, it is a rabbit hole. Don't go down that rabbit hole. You don't want to see the shit I've seen. I'm telling you, I'm just giving you surface level shit right now because they're going out there. So that's my thing right there. So I think that's what people are upset about this game like that. And if there's conspiracy to uglify women in games, I don't know. It's a thing, but that's what people complain about. So
and here's my thing. There's ugly women, there's not ugly women on the internet, and they're really easy to find.
If you want to see Black Widow, there is so much internet footage of Black Widow any kind of way you want, doing anything you want with anybody you want.
Yeah, whatever your kink, it's out there. It's the internet, man. We live in an awesome age. It's amazing. Amazing world of the digital world we live in. You don't have to rely on Disney or video games to get a jerk session off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying a quick keystroke down the internet superhighway, you would never look at a cucumber the same way again. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, can we move past that? I think we said what we said. Okay, I don't think we got in too much trouble. I think we did okay this time. No death threats this time. So yeah. All right. Like I said, this is Comic Book Bully. People talk about comic books. And Eli, because I think I got more books to you, so I think I'm going to jump in first. But I don't know what I want to do first. What I want to do first.
How many you got?
I got 3. You're the normal.
You got 3? Well, should I talk about that Thor real quick then?
You read it? Okay, yeah.
I read it because I thought you was going to read it. I just didn't want to be in the dark. I wanted to know what you was talking about. But you didn't read it.
I didn't read it stuff. But you can tell me what I'm talking about. Okay.
Well, that's the thing is I probably the Roxxon Thor comic. Mm-hmm. So last week you reviewed that Immortal Thor comic? Yeah. No, the Minotaur.
Maybe the week before, I guess.
The Minotaur or whatever. What's his name? Dario, whatever. Mm-hmm. The Minotaur guy from Roxxon, the CEO of Roxxon. Yeah. He's the CEO of Roxxon. And he basically he was going to rewrite Thor's story and wrote a comic book.
He bought Marvel. He bought Marvel.
Yeah, he bought Marvel, and he's going to rewrite Thor's story in a comic book. So this is the comic that he wrote. This is what it is, and it's just a total parody. It's a total parody of Thor, and kind of like about making the social commentary on corporate takeover and how the media, corporations using the media to manipulate the public's thinking, like Kevin Feige making Ms. Marvel die.
Right. So the Minotaur is Kevin Feige. Okay, yeah.
Basically, so it's layered with all this like satire and parody and shit. So it's Thor, like Asgard. So Thor, it starts out like Thor's talking to Odin, and Odin's like, you're a god. You should be on Earth, Earthgard or whatever. As a guy, you should be treated like a god. You got to look like, cut your hair. So he like makes Thor get like a nice, sexy, male model, fucking hairdo. He's all got short hair, like clean shaven. So. Yeah, no, he's all clean shaven, like no beard. He looks like Justin Bieber. Like, okay. Yeah, he's all like, college boy douchebag, male porn star cute. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you should be a god. You'd be treated like a. He's driving these nice cars, and it's all, there's all this like odds to product placement, and kind of talking about how when we do the movie rights and all this shit, and anyways, Roxxon's like, there's people protesting Roxxon, and they're like, hey. This must be why don't the people like our company? That must be must be magic Loki's doing. We got to go, stop this Loki magic because he's making the people not like our company. They don't like capitalism. Why? Right. So that's basically what they do. They like, go against Loki to like influence the protesters and shit, But there was one scene in this that really like stuck out for me. And at one point, in the story, it switches to the actual Immortal Thor comic, where Thor is reading the comic.
Okay, so Thor is reading the Roxxon Thor comic.
Yeah, okay. And it's almost like the fourth wall breaking. Gotcha. Breaking the fourth wall.
The last issue when Executioner kicked him out of the comic.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't read. That's the thing is, I didn't read that, so I'm but yeah, Thor's like reading the comic, the actual comic, and he's like, "This isn't how I am. This is all lies. This isn't how I am. This is all, a bunch of BS and shit." And the Minotaur is like, well, the thing is with, when if a company like takes itself too seriously, then they get mocked. People like end up disliking the company. But if a company makes fun of themselves, they're in on the joke and they have more free reign and they can control the narrative. So yeah, this is all to make fun of ourselves, to do self-parody. So people will trust us more, and they can make memes out of us and engage in our company more. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Damn!"
Which companies think like that all the time.
Yeah. So I thought that was really, that was really interesting. And yeah, there's like all product placement. There's like the ads in the comic are actual like Roxxon ads. There's an ad like for someone like, yeah, buy this new video game. And it's called Micro Action Wars or Micro Transaction Wars. And it's totally like they're making fun of like Call of Duty or was that Helldivers or whatever. Yeah. It's like, so yeah, it was a lot of like satire and parody of like, media and corporate control of the media and, selling, just selling to the populace, manipulate the public's thinking into buying into their shit, which I thought was pretty cool and fun. I probably would appreciate it more because if I was reading the actual Immortal Thor comic, I fell off of it. So I'm not current on that.
I didn't know it was going in this kind of direction. I thought, okay, Thor's going to smash the monster like they're like, no, he has some commentary in this. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I read it because I know you've been reading it. I figured I'll check this out because I figured you were gonna review it. So
yeah, I was going to. I'm sorry, I probably read a shitty X-Men comic, but I should have read this. So yeah,
but I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Just for the commentary.
What do you think is the live action movie with Bizarro? When did they have a live action movie with Bizarro? That never happened.
What about?
Oh, what
do we think about
if that happened? Yeah,
if
that would
they
be
happen?
cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
haven't.
that'd be cool. They've never done that, but yeah,
Yeah, they
cool.
haven't done that yet. Yeah, we don't need Zod again, like you were saying.
Right. Oh, Zorro would be blockbuster film. No, because they have different Bizarros. So if you do Earth 5 Bizarro where he talks backwards shit like that, yeah, nobody's gonna listen to that. But you make him a fucked up clone of Superman like Lex Luthor just fuck the clone up, that'll work. You know.
Well, they had a cheap version of Bizarro on Supergirl, the TV show,
and Smallville, and hell, he was on Superman and Lois.
Oh,
and that's actually honestly the one of Superman and Lois like my favorite live action version they've done.
Okay.
Yeah, politics and comics. Weird, I know. When they actually went to Bizarro World and he didn't talk backwards, he talked backwards. Like his words.
Oh, Bizarro.
Bizarro, yeah.
I'm thinking of Brainiac. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I took my glasses off for a second. I thought it said Brainiac. Yeah, Bizarro. Yeah. Okay.
Bizarro could work. Yeah. So
yeah.
All right. So what do we got here? Okay. Well, I guess first book I'm going to do is, where is that bad boy at? Fall of X number. I don't know. 4, I guess. I don't know. 10. This shit just won't stop. It's still falling. And Eli, I feel like I missed some cover because shit happens in this book. I'm like, what the fuck that happened? Yeah, I'll get to it. I'll tell you, because it's like the shit gets weird. I guess we missed some stuff. So we got Cyclops shooting the chick with a chainsaw or some shit. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But this is Fall of X number 4. So let's get into it because the X is falling. All right. So what do we got here? Book starts off with Apocalypse finally joins the war. Apocalypse finally here. And Eli, that's how I know X-Men books have gotten weird as shit when I'm excited for Apocalypse to show. Like, yes, Apocalypse is finally here. Like, you're supposed to be the exact opposite. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, where's he been? I feel like I haven't seen.
I don't know where the fuck he been. He just been gone doing shit. But he's here now. So yeah. All right. So he's here, and he's trying to save Krakoa, and Krakoa is getting fucked up by those Iron Man Sentinels. So Parker's just like, okay, yeah, I ain't whooped nobody's ass in a while. So he just carves them up like there's nothing. So he just chops through them, rips their heads off, shut their ass, all kind of shit like that, and then looks at Krakoa. He's like, look what those X-Men have done to you, Krakoa. Because while he's been doing whatever the fuck he's been doing, Krakoa's been fucked up. Mutant is on the run, all this shit like that. So he's trying to heal Krakoa, pouring his blood, giving Krakoa drinking and stuff like that. Meanwhile, we got Cyclops getting his ass whooped by Nimrod. Because in the last book, Nimrod leaves, and Nimrod leaves him to die. And that's when Magic shows up, like, nah, boss man, we leave right now. You're like, get me out of here. And right before they leave, that's when, boom, Cyclops, because his house was on the moon during the Krakoan age, and Nimrod blew that shit up because he thought he was going to leave Cyclops in there, blow the house up, that was going to kill Cyclops. Not thinking Cyclops was going to teleport out of there, And he basically goes to Sentinel City. So they have the Sentinel, all the AI in Orchis have their own base that they have been in, that's been in the sun. That's why nobody knows it's there. And it finally came out of the sun to go to the Earth to fuck up the Earth. What they're gonna and Professor X joined the Orchis. When this happened, I don't know when the fuck that happened.
Professor X joined Orchis.
Charles Xavier. Yes. He's a part of Orchis. That he just joined Orchis.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, what? So obviously I must have missed a book somewhere or some shit like that, but I don't know. Anyway, Apocalypse is trying to bring Krakoa back, but the thing is, Krakoa, okay, for those who don't know about Krakoa, Krakoa survives off mutants. Krakoa eats mutants. That's been a thing since the Krakoa age. So what the X-Men have been doing while Krakoa was doing his thing, they were actually feeding 5 mutants a year to Krakoa to keep Krakoa alive while they party and have orgies and shit like that, So Apocalypse is just like, okay, all you mutants right here, I need service of you. Now, don't worry, my blood is enough to heal Krakoa alone. If you kill me, none of y'all are gonna do that. So who wants to try? And then it's just like, and I guess the Sunfire, I don't know, like that. And then one mutant's just like, okay, wait a minute, is he asking us to sacrifice ourselves, Krakoa? They're like, yeah, that's what we do. So they're doing the Crucible. That Crucible that was in Jonathan Hickman's run, where basically they choose who gets sacrificed to Krakoa. Because basically what happened is you have to go through Apocalypse. But the thing Apocalypse is that you have to fight Apocalypse with everything you got. Because if you don't, Apocalypse is going to beat you within an inch of life, but he's not going to kill you. So the only way he's going to kill you is to fight him. So then these mutants are like, I'll fight Apocalypse. Like, you're like, you know what's going to happen. You're like, well, bring your ass. Come on. So he starts doing heat vision shit like that. He's like, yes, thank you, warrior. I will grant you the perfect gift. The gift of death. And then just kills him. And then feeds him to Krakoa. You're like, okay, next. They're like, no, fuck that. And so, and then Wrong Slide shows up. He's like the evil alternate universe, bizarro clone of whatever. He shows up and basically says, look, I got enough blood in me that you don't have to sacrifice anybody else. So if one of us die in combat, that'll be enough to cure Krakoa. And Apocalypse is like, I see you, warrior. I see you, like, face me. And then he's like, okay, let's go. And then they fight. So, and then they rush in, shaboom. And so you got the X-Men. So the X-Men are basically planning what their next attack is going to be. We need to find out. And they know Sentinel City is coming to Earth, and they need to find a way to get there before it comes to Earth, because it's going to kill every human on the planet. And that's when they get activated. Oh shit, the red triangle just activated. So it's not Phil Jackson for Chicago Bulls. The red triangle is when somebody tries to psychically attack them. And they're like, there's only one mutant powerful enough to attack all of them at once. Professor X. And that's when Cyclops feel like, oh shit, he did it, didn't he? He joined Orchis. Cyclops already knows what he did. He's like, let me go talk to him. So then they psychic plane, like they imagine the school and shit like that. He's like, Charles, what the fuck did you do? He's like, I cut a deal for him. He's like, look, and basically the reason he did it because he realizes that he knows that the Orchis is really ran by the robots, by the AI and shit like that. So he cut a deal with him. He's like, look, how about this? How about y'all just kill the humans? Give us Krakoa. We'll leave you the fuck alone. We're just going to have our orgy island off at the side, and we won't bother you. And you can do whatever the fuck you want to with the humans. And Cyclops like, no, we can't do that. You sacrificing, you picking and choosing who lives and who dies. You don't get to make that decision. You get to make that decision for us. And he was like, well, so be it. And that's when I think NASA sent their own spaceship out to intercept that city. Like, we're gonna stop them before they get there. And before they get there, Professor X controls everybody on the NASA spaceship. And then he pushes the self-destruct button on the NASA spaceship. Boom, they die. Professor X just killed a bunch of NASA soldiers or astronauts, whatever fuck like that. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay, he's going fucking crazy. Okay, anyway, Manifold, we're going to plan. Fuck all this shit. We're going to attack Sentinel City right now, and then we're going to deal with Charles. And basically, he sends Emma off the ship. He's like, Emma, you got to leave, because if we fail this mission, you're the only person that can stand up to Charles. So, and she leaves. And Manifold's like, okay, don't worry about that. I got a way to take care of Sentinel City. So what he does, back to Apocalypse. And Roxxon only still alive is because Apocalypse been playing with him. He's like, yeah, you kind of remind me of myself when I was younger. That's why I hadn't killed you yet. But all right, let me take you seriously. So then he finds kill him, and he actually like rips him in half or some shit, feeds to Krakoa, and that's it. So Krakoa has enough energy to survive. Meanwhile, back in Sentinel City is about to shoot the rays of the sun into Earth to kill every human on there. And that's when Manifold teleports the sword base directly into Sentinel City to fuck him up. And basically, Apocalypse like ripped Roxxon in half. Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, and basically feeds Roxxon to Krakoa, and that's enough to resurrect Krakoa. Meanwhile, so the X-Men have teleported directly to Sentinel City, trying to fuck up the robots, but these are like the head robots that one of them can fuck up all the X-Men. And they're fighting all like Nimrod, Omega Sentinel, all the Morius around here somewhere. And they're fighting this like, it don't matter. All you did is just save yourself a little precious time, maybe days at the most. We're still going to kill every human. And Nimrod just like having fun, just beating the shit at everybody. Like, y'all really can't do shit to me. Yeah. And then that's when, they just fucked up all the X-Men. X-Men are dead. Oh, and then it's like, okay, so we're here. Something's going on right now. There's a thunderstorm in space headed towards us. So like, how the fuck is a thunderstorm in space? Take a wild guess. So even though all the X-Men just got fucked up, there's one left. Storm. Flying through space. Headed to Sentinel City. How the fuck is she flying through space? Because her powers can create an atmosphere around her. Or some shit. So
okay. So she's not in hell no more.
No, yeah, she not because Magneto's back saving Iron Man. She's out of hell, flying through space. How the fuck she doing this shit? And she's about to fuck up, and she's headed towards them, even though they just fucked up all the X-Men. She's about to fight Nimrod and Omega Sentinel by herself. To be continued. Okay, I don't know how the fuck that's gonna happen, but okay. That's what I'm loving about this run because they making Storm so fucking OP. Every time she does her shit, she does some more OP shit. So it's like, what can you do past that? Like, I don't know. Let's see what we got. And apparently waiting around for is that new? I guess I don't know. Yeah. So like I said, crazy shit.
Am
X
I
still
frozen?
falling.
Am I frozen? Hello.
No, you're there.
Am I there?
I see you. You're there. I get you. I got you. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. So like I said, yeah. You
okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah. So I think the next book is the last book. I think that's the end. The X will finally fall next issue. It was about time because I don't know what else you can do after that. I don't know how they're gonna beat Nimrod because Nimrod, like literally in the future kills all the X-Men. Okay, that's a long explanation. We got with Charles in the wheelchair. I don't really feel like going into that right now. He hadn't been in a wheelchair in like 5 years. He could just walk. That's been a thing. The wheelchair. He's forgot about the wheelchair like a while ago. And he's evil now. So yeah. All right. So overall, yeah, I'm gonna give this book a 4 out of 5. It was good, strong. Apocalypse bringing back the Crucible. I don't know when Charles. I think Charles went evil in that other run, that other Rise of X or whatever like that. Some shit. So I think he did that. So, and I think he killed Morgan McTaggart in that book. So yeah. So all right. So what you got next?
Am I frozen or are you frozen? You keep cutting out. Is that me or you? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you there? I know.
I think I'm getting. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I haven't gone with it. I got fingers.
Okay. Well, if I'm here, yeah, because you keep freezing up on me. I don't know if it's my internet or what.
I don't know. But
okay. Well, if you can hear me, I'll go. I'll start talking.
Okay.
I guess I'll do Giant Size Hulk.
Nice. Okay.
So this is this is just a bridge between what's going on, and Hulk's leaving New Orleans. He just battled that one demon that put that little girl he's been traveling, Charlie. Well, she's not little. She's a teenager. She got captured by the serial killer demon that put her soul inside these dolls, inside a little doll. And now he's hitching a train. He's hopping a train. And he's got the doll, but then some demon on the train comes to him and he's like some sort of crossroad. You got to pay the crossroads. You got to pay the, pay the fare, and then they fight. Karen, and it's just something. Yeah. And it's just a battle between Hulk and this demon, and Hulk kicks his ass, rips him apart and all that shit. And, pretty simple, quick story. Like I said, it's a giant size, but so that was one story, and then they have an old Peter David story in an old Peter David issue.
Oh, nice.
And the other story. So, but yeah, this was just pretty simple. He's on David Banner. Talking about the show. Bruce Banner's on a train. There's some other stowaway kids on the train with them, and he's got the doll with Charlie, the girl. Her soul is in that doll, and then the fare. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that demon comes like, yeah, you must pay, the fare, and I'll take that doll, and that's what triggers the fight. Is that no, you're not. You can't have this doll. So yeah, they fight, and Hulk rips him apart and all that shit. So it's just basically a quick little. This whole the Philip Kennedy run has just basically been a monster of the week. Hulk just fighting a different monster and creature every issue. The mother of monsters or whatever is after the Hulk, after Banner, because they want the Hulk. So she set out all the monsters to find the Hulk. And so he's just battling a different monster every issue. So it's been pretty fun. And this was just the same thing. He fights a demon on a train, and beats the shit out of him, and it's pretty cool. So haven't lost me yet. So 4 out of 5.
Okay, we're hanging in there. All right, boom.
Cool.
So next book I'm going to do is, what do I got here? What's the next book I'm going to do? I'm gonna just run through this one quick as possible. Ultimate Black Panther #3. Read? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, we're just gonna just
I
get
read
through
this too.
one. You read this one? Okay. Like I said, Eli, you know I'm obligated to read this, so yeah. So I had no choice. That's why I didn't get a chance.
I'm gonna jump out real quick and jump back on. You go ahead. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and review it, just see what we got. Just let me know what you got going on. All right. So, like I said, we've been keeping up with the Ultimate Black Panther. If you don't know what's going on, there's an alternate universe, not the same universe, it's different. And yeah, so this is a whole new thing where he's fighting the Moon Knights, and he's on they're trying to take over Africa, and he meets Killmonger and Storm. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So let's just get to it. Bam. So yeah, so what's going on with this is that like I said, T'Challa's been gone for weeks. He's been missing for weeks. Nobody has seen him. Shuri is fighting her robots. She's training, stuff like that. And Okoye shows up. So Okoye in this universe, like I said, the Ultimate Universe, is the queen. She's the queen of Wakanda. And she's basically asking Shuri, like, where the hell is T'Challa? And like, don't worry about it. He'll be fine. He'll like, no, answer me and address me as Queen Okoye. So she wants to make sure she addresses and Shuri like, yeah, whatever. So she being like real flippant. And when she just try to walk through, when she try to ask her a question, she's like, don't turn your back on me. And then she grabs her. Oh, let me get Eli back in here. Eli, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, you sound better. You sound better. Yeah.
I sound better. Well, thank you. All right. So yeah. So anyway, so Okoye grabs. She basically looks at Shuri and basically said, "Don't you turn your back on me?" And Shuri like, "Are you grabbing me?" Oh, what? Like, okay, we're gonna have to go. Let's go. Like, then they basically saying, whoever wins basically has to submit their will. So they basically fight it out, and they go. They basically trade blows, go each other. And what does Shuri do? Sweep the leg. She like, I win. So that's it, because you fell on your back. So yeah, so they keep going, but they have tension. Basically, like T'Challa is their, they're in between, their friend of a friend. So it's just them two each other. They not gonna work out. So T'Challa has been in another part of Africa and making friends with Killmonger, because Killmonger was the one that shot his plane down, or the Moon Knight shot his plane down and Killmonger saved him. Whatever happened. Anyway, he's basically telling T'Challa that in this part of Africa, you're not king. So you keep what you kill. I killed it. You cut the food. So he basically tells him to clean it while he walks up and do something else. They get to know each other. They get to chill. He finds out that this version of Killmonger is from Wakanda, but he left Wakanda because he didn't like the fact that the rest of Africa was suffering while Wakanda was eating. The same shit Michael B. Jordan said. All that shit. So yeah. And basically said, I'm gonna show you the real reason why the Moon Knights are at this location and why they want Wakanda. Because really, they not really after Wakanda. It's another thing in Africa they're looking for. So he goes to the place and basically shows them this. He was like, yes, there are more things in Africa more important than Wakanda. So whatever this place is, he just walks up there, sees all kind of people there. T'Challa's never been here before, and he walks through there, and I think just kind of skip to the point. But the point is, they find Shuri and they find this place, which is kind of got vibranium, but not vibranium, magic or some shit. And he becomes cool with and he just sees this. Now, why are they seeing this? They don't really tell us. I think they're trying to tie it back into the other ultimate bullshit going on with Tony Stark or
yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I was kind of I don't know about this. This issue was kind of I don't know.
This reminded me of like that scene in Empire Strikes Back where Luke goes down into the cave.
Yes, you take in what you take with you. Yeah, it did kind of remind me of that one.
Yeah, you don't
because
your
he was
weapons.
trying to use it. Yeah,
your weapons, you will not need them.
Yeah, because he was trying to bring his armor with him, and the armor wasn't working. He was like, "Don't bring your armor with you. You won't need." Yeah, exactly. He said you won't need them. So yeah.
What do I need to take? Only what you need, or something.
Yeah.
Only what you, or what do I need to bring in there? Only whatever Yoda said. He said something like but it was like more of a spiritual thing, and somehow Storm is that some sort of almost like a spiritual sort of character or something. I don't know.
And then like Storm is supposed to be prophesied as his baby mama, future baby mama. So yeah,
so you
guys got to see where that going. So.
But yeah, it's obviously tying into the whole ultimate verse thing. So
yeah, that's what because before it just felt like it was its own thing, and like, oh yeah, we got to tie back into this shit. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's cool. So overall, I'm gonna still give it 3.5 out of 5 because the art is awesome. The art is great.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like a lot, because I read a lot of books this week and they
Yeah.
all seem like filler books. Like just
like everything is set up. Even the X-Men book I did felt like set up. So
like Nightwing. I read Nightwing, I read Titans, I read like the Ghost Rider and shit. Like it was just like setting up like the in-between setup filler issue, you know. So yeah. And that's what this one kind of felt the same. This is just all a setup, you know.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I guess they're building up to something. We'll see where it goes from there. So
yeah.
All right. So what you got next?
I'll do Cobra Commander number 4. This is the same thing. This is just another setup.
Another setup. Okay.
Another filler issue.
Do you see written by Joshua Williamson? Do you see my tagline?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I still don't believe that Joshua Williamson is real. I don't believe he's real.
He's writing every book ever. He's writing every comic every month.
That's what DC calls their algorithm. That's what they call it.
Joshua Williams.
Right.
The Joshua bot. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, this is Cobra Commander number 4. This is that Energon universe, the whole Image universe where Transformers is crossing over with G.I. Joe. The Transformers book is awesome. I have not read Void Rivals yet. But then there's the Duke book, which Joshua Williams is writing that too.
Right.
And then there's this Cobra Commander book that Joshua Williams is writing. So they have uncovered in the Duke book. Yeah, Duke is basically, he witnessed, a jet plane turning into a robot. No one believes him. He went AWOL. That's what's going on. In this book, Cobra Commander has left Cobra La, which is a very deep, reference to the old cartoon, the old underground city where all the Cobra mutant people come from. And that's where Cobra Commander is supposedly from. And this guy here, Nemesis, he's from there too. So he leaves that underground world to come to Earth to basically rule the world. And he's looking for this source of energy, this different source of energy to help develop weapons. So that's what he's been doing in this series. He's looking for this alternate source of energy. He's run into the Dreadnoks and Zartan in the swamps. And the last couple issues, he's been basically fighting them. He finds a scientist who's been working on that energy. And basically it turns out that is Energon, the same source of energy that the Transformers have, that turns Transformers into Transformers. Okay. And he actually takes like some of that energy and puts it into some electronics, like a cell phone or whatever. And the cell phone like turns into like robot bugs and shit, So he's like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, I'm going to make weapons with this shit. Meanwhile, Nemesis, this dude with the wings, one of these mutant people from Cobra La, coming, and they're like, hey, we've been, the Dreadnoks have been, developing the energy too, and they got a buyer and blah, 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 blah. So like, well, fuck Cobra Commander. We don't need him. Let's go. But then Cobra Commander's like, nah, man, that's my energy. I'm here to rule the earth, and that's my stuff, and I'm going to make weapons. So, it basically turns into a fight between Cobra Commander and Nemesis, the guy with the wings. Cobra Commander ends up using that a piece of the Energon I think, what did he have? Like one of that robot bugs, and he uses it and turns it into a laser on his hand. Like gives himself like a Transformer laser arm.
Oh shit. Okay.
And ends up shooting Nemesis, taking him out. And then he goes to the Dreadnoks, is like, yo, that's my form of energy. I'm gonna use it to make weapons. Where's your buyer? And he's like, we're meeting with them. He's part of this company, Mars Industries, Destro. So that's who Destro is, Mars Industries. So, So they've been teasing Destro. We kind of knew Destro was in the background, but they finally sort of teased him at the end. So again, this was just filler. Like nothing really major happened other than reveal that Destro or just confirm that Destro is going to be here. And I think there's only one more issue left, so I don't know.
Oh, right. It's just like a mini series.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, it's been fun. This isn't as cool as the Transformers book or Duke, but it's been fun. Like I said, they're making these like old school references to the cartoon and shit.
Yeah.
So
but
yeah,
it's more building this current storyline. So
yeah,
like
3.5 out of 5. Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. This is fun.
Comments on my thing, but great to listen to you guys. Have the algorithm reward you ever. Yeah. Hey, it brought you here. So obviously the algorithm's working. So
and check out This Geeks and Comics. They're also like friends of ours who talk basically about the same shit.
Yeah, if you scroll down us, you'll see them pop up also. So definitely check them out. They talk about the same shit we talk about. So yeah. Next book I'm going to do. Last book I'm going to do is Superman. Also written by Josh Williams.
Is this the book of the week?
Is it? You know what?
Actually,
I'll say it. I'll say for me. Now you may have read something because that Roxxon book did sound pretty cool, but for me, I'm gonna say this is the book of the week.
Okay.
Yeah. So you might have a different opinion, but I'm gonna say that for you. Also, I did notice that Action Comics and Superman, they both had the same like left-right cover. So Action Comics is on the right side of this, and this is on the left side of it.
Okay, so it's like so you can put them together and shit.
Yeah, you can put them together. Shit. Yeah,
for collectors, that's how they get you.
That's how they get you. You gotta catch them all. So like I said, the last book, this is the House of Brainiac storyline, part 2. Brainiac kidnapped his whole family, and he's got Lobos with him, so he's going to get Lobo to help him out. So this is a Superman Lobo team up book. So yeah, let's go to it. One more thing I gotta do. Superman Action Comics. No Superman. Can't see shit. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Right there. Boom. Okay.
There you go.
So let's get to it. All right. So the book starts off in Coast City. And what's going on in Coast City? Lobo's there in Coast City. Won't start a bar fight. Just beating up people. Just because he's bored. Just doesn't care. Fucking up people, smashing shit, wants to drink for free, and all you hear is Lobo. Like, what the fuck calling my name like that? Turns around, oh, Big Blue, by the time you showed up, I ain't hit nobody because so Lobo is stranded on Earth right now. Matter of fact, every alien that's on Earth right now is stranded on Earth. That's another storyline for actually has to happen in Green Lantern comics. So Superman is like, we got to talk. And Lobo's like, I'm not here to talk. I'm going to whoop some ass. I ain't beat nobody's ass in like a week. So, and you're struggling enough. You can take it. Let's go, Supes. So he throws some shit at him. Superman breaks it. He gets ready to punch him. Superman just grabs him instantly and heat visions his face off. And Lobo is down for the count just like that. So this big bad fight between Lobo and Superman they usually have, it's just done. And Lobo like, what the hell did you just do? You burned my face off. You're like, I'm impressed. Because normally Superman doesn't go that hard at Lobo. He holds back. He realized that Superman's not holding back right now. He's like, Lobo, I ain't got time for this shit. Let's go. And he just smacks the shit out of just blasting. He was like, Lobo, look, we gotta talk. Where's Brainiac? He's like, how the fuck would I know where Brainiac's at? No, where the frag would I know where Brainiac is at?
Yeah.
He's off
that Bastages.
I don't know where that Bastage is at. So we go to Brainiac doing evil shit to evil people. He's got Livewire tied up. He's torturing Livewire. Shocking Livewire. I don't know what word. He's like, okay, bring me another one. He's basically looking at all the other people, and he's looking at Kara. He's like, Kara's like, leave her alone. I'll beat your ass, Brainiac. You're like, I'm sure you will. But until then, you will do my bidding. Just talking all kind of bullshit. Evil, laugh, walk through there, basically telling everybody the process, and basically gloating. And basically he says what he's doing right now because Kara's just like, Brainiac, aren't you like, what are you doing right now? Why are you kidnapping people? Ain't your whole thing that you want to know everything? And Brainiac is saying, I already know everything. While y'all were doing all the bullshit y'all were doing, I was traveling the multiverse. I know everything that is, was, and will be. Everything that you might be a thing of, I already know what you're going to be. So that shit bored me. So now what I'm trying to do is collect things of other Brainiacs so I can pass it to them. And that's when so apparently Brainiac is sick. And basically the Super Twin looking like, when have you ever been sick before? And who helps him out? Other Brainiacs. So the Council of Brainiacs help him to his sleeping den or whatever like that. Like, okay, I don't remember that's
his
thing.
Bunk.
Yeah, his bunk, his sleeping chambers, stuff like that. So we see Metropolis got fucked up. I never seen Metropolis that bad before. And basically, like, Superman is just showing Lobo news footage of what happened. And he's just showing him. And Lois is like, can we trust him? You're like, I could trust him to be him. That's about it. And while Lobo's looking at the news footage, he like, okay, because Lobo, just like we thought, was the last Arnie. He thought he was the last of his planet. And now he sees that people from his planet just fucked up Metropolis. He's like, okay, so I've seen people pretend to be us, my people before, but this looks like the real deal. This looks like my people. And plus, that looks like, oh shit, that's my cousin, General Chakal. Now, I never met him before, but I heard about him. And the shit I heard about him, Superman, you might want to worry about him. So anybody that has Lobo shaking his boots is somebody you might need to worry about. That's basically what Lobo is trying to tell Superman. He's like, I don't care. We need to find him. And another thing, okay, so basically what's going on right now is that Lobo is trapped on Earth because the people that run the Green Lantern Corps, they put a quarantine up. So nobody can travel outside of Earth and nobody can travel inside of Earth because Earth has so much fucked up shit going around it because always they trying to fuck up the universe shit like that. Like, no, Earth is cut off. That's it. That's why Hal Jordan is stuck on Earth. He can't leave Earth right now. So
that's from like what was going on in that Green Lantern comic, right?
That's exactly what on Green Lantern comic. It's all time. And guess who writes that book? Joshua Williamson. So so all this shit is tying in together. So they're basically saying, so how are we going to get off the planet? Because we get off the planet, the United Planets, the Green Lantern Corps, are going to know we snuck off. And that's when Supercorp shows are like, actually, we have a way to get you off the planet. They're going to basically do some stealth shit to Lobo's bike to get him off the planet. And Superman like, okay, it's cool, but what about me? Well, don't worry, Superman. We got a way around you too. So that's when you get Lobo back in his bike and Superman with his own bike.
Yeah, like why does Superman need a bike?
Yeah, like Superman needs a super bike. Okay, that's a new thing. So toys sold separately. So they're gonna sell that shit. So
I did like this panel though. I thought that was pretty cool.
It reminded me, like, what was that? What was that damn movie? The Dennis Hopper movie back in the 70s.
Easy Rider.
Easy Rider. That's reminded me of Easy Rider right there. Yeah. And they basically just sneak past the Green Lantern Corps because they're invisible. They've been cloaked. The Supercorp cloaked them. They're like, I guess your space nerds are pretty good. So we just snuck past them and that's it. And they left the solar system. So they're going because basically Brainiac thinks he knows where to find Brainiac. And while they're bonding. They're bonding while they're flying.
Yeah.
They've always been at each other's throats and always fighting something like that. But now they can just sit back and talk. And because Lobo was acting like Superman, like, why were you so fucking angry? Why were you pissed back there? I've never seen you that pissed before. You're like, you've seen me pissed off before. Like, no, never like that before. That you look like you was at my throat before. So what's got you pissed off? Like, you've never been that pissed before. And basically Superman's just telling him, look, my dad told me, like Paul Kent told me, that when you yell at somebody, they don't remember what you said. They just remember that you yelled. He was like, and he like, you believe that? He was like, sometimes. Well, that's what Lobo tell him, like, okay, yeah, that's cool and all that. But sometimes you got to let motherfuckers know. Because if you let that shit bottle up in you the whole time, you're going to explode. And I think Lobo may be implying, maybe this just make me read into it. I think that explains all that multiverse injustice and Zack Snyder shit. Because when Superman finally loses shit, he just takes over the planet. Yeah. So like sometimes you gotta let shit go. Sometimes, man, you just gotta let it blow. So then, and that's when they realize, we got to start. Like, oh shit, did the Green Lantern Corps catch us? Like, nope. Family reunion, and that's when his cousins show up. They're like, oh shit, they ready to fuck him up. He was like, okay, well, guess we're gonna find out who's the real best Stitch. Because you want to be the main man, you gotta beat the main man. And then that's when
okay, yeah. See that's what's gonna keep it from me being. That's what's keeping this from being Book of the Week for me. So.
What, the Brainiac bullshit?
No, the fact that they cut away from the fight.
Yeah, because that's what you want to see.
I was like, oh shit, right. And then, oh man,
right? They cutting back to the Brainiac sleeping and shit. So he's getting his beauty sleep. And while he's doing that, we'll get past that. And
he's talking to Lex Luthor. Yeah,
he's talking to Lex Luthor. So he freed Lex Luthor, even though he captured it. And Lex Luthor just like leave my daughter alone because his daughter's like half Brainiac. He like, look, if you give me back my daughter, I'll give you Superman. And that's when Lana Lang is like, Luthor, you diseased maniac. And then he's like, shock her, process her, and takes her to do whatever. And they can't do anything. And that's when Supergirl, because she's been trapped by Brainiac so many times and knows about Brainiac, she knows how to get out of that shit. So she breaks out of it and breaks Superboy out also, kind of Superboy. and they're free, but they're also tiny.
They're tiny.
Because they're shrunken cities, so they're shrunken. So yeah, to be continued. Oh, and they're powerless. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going on right now. So like I said, the Superman shit, cool. Super family shit, but you got to throw them in there. So yeah,
I was totally into the Lobo shit, and then when the Lobo showed up, I was like, oh shit, battle, and then cut away. I was like, oh, damn.
Right.
So it was, but I did enjoy. I was into this.
So yeah, I want to see what's going. Like I said, we got Lobo and Superman teaming up. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but I want to say, and it's a nice dynamic. It's basically good cop, bad cop, lethal weapon, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Shoot, what else you got next? Or
no, you slap a score.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I know the Brainiac bullshit with you, but the Lobo Superman
I don't mind the Brainiac. Yeah, I'm not minding the Brainiac shit. It's just that I was getting ready for that fight. I was ready for the battle.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but I guess next month or next, action.
Hell, next week.
Next week, yeah.
They cracking this shit out, yeah.
Yeah. So,
and plus, we realized that Superman can really kick Lobo's ass anytime he wants to.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm enjoying it. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for me. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much booked out as far as, I read, like I said, I read the new Nightwing was at 300, and again, just a filler issue. He's doesn't really do much. Same thing with Titans. They're still fighting Trigon. Everybody's doing satanic shit these days. I don't know. It's like, Titans are fighting like Trigon, who's like Satan. You got the shit in Ghost Rider. You got fucking Magneto going to hell. You know what I'm saying?
Confessing his sins and all that.
Yeah, you got all this shit going on. Hulk, same thing. Hulk's fighting all these demons and shit. So it's like, I don't know. But and then the Ghost Rider that with the Hood, who I'm not too familiar with.
The Hood, they brought him back.
Yeah, the Final Vengeance and shit. He's trying to get like Johnny Blaze's, spirit of vengeance from him and shit.
Marvel's still trying to make the Hood a thing. Okay.
Yeah, it was all right. Like I say, it was all filler stuff. The Titans, same thing. They're still fighting Trigon, filler shit. What else? Yeah, Black Panther I read. Superman. Yeah, I think Superman was probably my favorite book of this week.
Yeah, like I said, because it wasn't a light week. There was a lot of stuff came out there, but as far as this one, it's the book that caught my attention the most.
Yeah. I read Sam and Twitch. I've been reading that Sam and Twitch book.
Is that a new thing? I know it's Spawn, but is that?
Yeah, it's like a new like spinoff from Spawn's. It's Sam and Twitch. Obviously, after some murders are going on, but even that, it was number 2, and that was kind of filler. Not much happened in that either. So, but the first issue was really good. So, yeah. Kind of like a lot of stuff came out this week, but not a lot happened in any of them.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah,
everything's set up for next week, I guess. So
yeah.
So, like I said, I don't know who's still listening to us. I appreciate you. We got a bunch, Eli. We got a bunch of listeners.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I know you hate this format, but the algorithm is pushing this format because they kind of I'm giving y'all a tip. Anybody else out there that's YouTube stuff like that, even though we don't know shit. But this format, YouTube is pushing this out more than other people, to the forefront. So that's why we're getting the hits we're getting. I didn't notice that and realize. I started digging the numbers and found out. But like I said, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. Also listen to This Geeks and Comics. They're gonna review the same shit we did, talk about the same stuff we did, but differently. They go in a little bit in depth. They're going way more in depth than G.I. Joe and Transformers than we do. So
yeah, and they got other stuff like food news and
yeah.
Yeah, they talk about other stuff. Same shit we talk about, only differently. I think they reviewed Fallout, or something. This
did
today.
they? Okay, yeah. I'll listen to them. I'm gonna stay away because Goma like sports shit. So yeah. And like I said, we'll come back with next week. We'll come up with something else. I don't know what happens next week. We just gonna go from there. I guess y'all really wanted to hear what we had to say about Rebel Moon that much. I guess I don't know. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel. Okay, cool. Oh shoot, almost.